parks there at any moment. We'll monitor it for you and see if there's any breaking news. But in the meantime, U.S.
Monitor on
National Guard troops
monitor
on standby to help protect monuments in Washington, D.C. President Trump vowing to crack down after protesters attempted to topple an Andrew Jackson statue near the White House earlier this week. The president also threatening 10 years in prison for protesters tearing down statues in an executive order he's set to sign. And the Black Lives Matter leader getting a lot of attention for saying this when pressed about some of the violence taking place.
This country is built upon violence. What was the American Revolution? What's our diplomacy across the globe? So for any American to accuse us of being violent, it's extremely hypocritical. If this country doesn't give us what we want, then we will burn down this system and replace it. All right, and I could be speaking figuratively. I could be speaking literally. It's a matter of interpretation.
Freaking crazy.
And the town hall set to air tonight.
Unbelievable.
President Trump going after Democratic-run cities.
Got a lot of gall.
If they don't do something with Seattle, we're going to do that. We're going to go in there because what's happening, they're taking over American cities. By the way, in all cases, it's Democrats. They're Democrat-run. In all
Every
cases.
single
and Joe
case.
Biden would have that be the whole country. It's so crazy what's happening. Here's a guy doesn't talk. Nobody hears him. Whenever he does talk, he can't put two sentences together. I don't want to be nice or unnice.
Sleepy
Okay?
Joe Biden.
The man can't speak.
He's got dementia.
Dana, mob violence is wrong, obviously, but local police should be able to handle it, and so far they're not asking for help. So why is President Trump talking about National Guard and U.S. Marshals? Is this political posture?
Well, I think that we have definitely seen local police departments unable or unwilling to help protect some of these statues from being vandalized, torn down. For example, the statue up in Wisconsin that was pulled down and beheaded and then thrown in the river was actually of an abolitionist who had given his life for the cause. So,
No dummies.
in that instance, and in that same thing, it wasn't just the statue that got hurt, it was the very progressive liberal state senator who got beat up. So if the local police are doing something, let's see it. And I think that if I were
They don't make any sense
in
whatsoever.
Washington, D.C., I live right next
Crazy.
to this park where the Lincoln Emancipation statue is, and it was a gathering place where you would have school children coming.
Frederick
all the
Douglass
time,
was
learning more
there.
about it, getting a sense
They
of
put it up.
I think that the National Guard protecting us in this moment is probably the best thing that we need if local law enforcement is not going to be willing to do it themselves. I don't think that the president is wrong to put this on Democratic cities in some cases. I do wish that these local leaders would accept the help because we have a real problem here. And the president,
Houston, we got a problem.
He's very good at attacking his opponents and putting them in a position where they have to align with whatever the problem is. So, for example, the president, as you just saw in that clip, is saying, I'm against the mobs. Therefore, Joe Biden is for the mobs. And so he's trying to put Biden in that position that he's going to have to defend the mob. And I go back to this point. If Joe Biden has an opportunity here to stand up and to push back on this and say there is a way to do changes to statutes lawfully with a due process. You could vote. I mean, that's quite an American thing. We could vote on these things. But they don't want to do this because they're just in this fever of the mob. So I hope that tonight is calmer than...
They're going to take as much as you give them.
We'll see.
Greg, just picking up on what Dana was saying about, Joe Biden has a way of turning his opponents into villains. He's tried with Joe Biden, but Joe Biden's not Hillary Clinton, obviously. And now as his poll numbers continue to fall, it looks like he's playing a lot of identity politics, going after people.
Fake polls.
The anti-racist protesters as looters and anarchists.
Joe Biden's a criminal too.
Is there a question in here?
Him and his son.
Is there a question or is this a statement?
Yeah, no, I'm asking you.
This guy's the worst guy to have on TV, please.
Is the question question.
Why is he the host?
That wasn't a question. No, because
No, it is a
I don't
question
believe
because I
anything you
think
said.
his numbers.
No, it,
Okay, let me
Stop
just tell
it,
you.
Juan, it's
Here's the
funny.
question.
It's laughable.
Trump's
This
numbers
guy.
are falling, and he's playing identity politics. Will it work?
I, again, dispute your premise. I don't believe he's playing identity politics. In fact, he doesn't have to. I sense that you are playing identity politics, but we won't go there. Look, Biden and the Democrats, they cannot be critical of anything about law and order if they've already abdicated their role in preserving it. They're not even trying to come out with a statement about this stuff. So when they talk about police reform, it's pointless because they can't even step up and protect their own cities.
They
This
can't
is a
even
very
protect their
depressing
own
time, but
cities,
I'd like to
exactly.
quote the philosopher Cody Rigsby and say, even though things
Gonna
are
call-
bad,
who are you gonna call,
don't let the day
Ghostbusters?
snatch
I don't
your
think so.
wig. Because the bright side is, when you look at these statue pullers, most of them are pasty, out of shape, white losers. This is not a revolution, it's a tantrum. That's why I like Robert Johnson from BET when he
Let's just
said
say
that
what it
blacks
is.
are actually
Joe Biden. He's running for president. He wants to be the leader of this country that's destroying itself.
Yup.
You'd think he'd have an opinion on the hottest issue of the day. No one even knows.
He
what
can
Joe
hardly
Biden
remember
thinks
his
of the
own
statues
name.
coming down, or the looting, or the arson. I don't know what it
The
is.
day of the
I
month.
just actually have been inundated
day of the week.
with texts from my liberal family all day, and it's driving me crazy. You have to give up your white privilege. How do we renounce your white privilege, Jesse? You are not a black American. You don't know what it's like. You can only speak for white people. You can't speak for black people. Okay, I went on the Black Lives Matter website because I wanted to find out a little bit more about what they wanted. You know what Black Lives Matter wants? This is there's a list of 6 things.
Anarchy.
An end to the war on black people. Sounds good to me. If there's a war on black people, I renounce that. Reparations, I'm against that, so's the rest of the country. Invest, divest. I think that's about fossil fuels. Now it gets a little weird. Economic justice, you look in some of that, all socialism. Community control, that doesn't make any sense. And then political power.
Exactly.
Everybody wants political power. So if you dig deeper, it's basically just reparations and socialism.
These people are crazy.
Okay, so Dagan.
He wants his
in
okay.
New York City,
Yeah, they're crazy,
the mayor,
okay.
Bill de Blasio wants to troll the president. He wants to
He's
paint
just as
Black
crazy
Lives
as
Matter
them.
right in front of Trump Tower. Are you laughing? You think this is funny?
I know that shootings in New York City have doubled in the first 3 weeks of June.
This guy's
from
a
year ago,
joker.
and
I'm
there
telling
is
you.
complete lawlessness in the street.
It's,
So he can do these little stunts, but at the end of the day,
They
he's
call
not
that humor.
protecting the people of New York City, and he's not
Comic
standing
relief.
up for police officers. And that's what you see in these liberal blue cities.
I'd like to
states,
see Juan Williams
and even from the
doing
likes of
open
Joe Biden.
some kind of
Either they
comic
endorse lawlessness or
routine.
they tolerate it. And what ends up happening
Republican,
is
I'm a
rioters
liberal.
are allowed to rule, and vandals are allowed to destroy whatever they want. So it's not just about the statues coming down in the middle of the night. It's about which begets, well, then there's looting, and there's more theft, and then there's assault, and then there's rape, and then there's murder.
Even this
And that is
lesbian
the
lady
spiral
knows.
that President Trump is actually
There's gotta be a
trying to
line
stand
somewhere
up
for this
against,
lawlessness.
because there's a very clear link between liberal law enforcement, lackluster law enforcement, and stretched to violent crime. And just really quickly, it is these bastions of blueness in cities, states, and even in, say, corporations. The most progressive corporations do the worst for black Americans. If you look at the breakdown of the number of people, of black Americans who work at a Facebook, let me just throw this out there. Less than 4% of the employees at Facebook are black, and less than 1.5%
about
are
right.
in technology jobs.
Wow.
That's the opportunity that Mr. Johnson is talking about, and they're not getting it from progressives and liberals.
Wow.
Okay, coming up, Republicans accuse. Republicans accuse Democrats of stalling police reform on purpose to try to make it a 2020 election issue.
God bless him.
Next
He's not a
time.
good host. He's not a good host. What can you say? Juan Williams, folks.